The first International Symposium on Tribal Health, FIST 25, showcased remarkable research fostering meaningful discussions amongst experts for all the 3 days. And as we come to its closing ceremony, it is just perfectly appropriate to have the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Honorable Shri Devendra Fadnavis with us as our chief guest. May I now request Vice Chancellor MUHS Lieutenant General Madhuri Kanitkar and Executive Director AIIMS Nagpur Dr. Prashant Joshi to please felicitate our chief guest Shri Devendra Fadnavis with memento and bouquet. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the venue of this conference, AIIMS Nagpur, has rapidly ascended as a beacon of excellence in medical education and research. May I now invite Dr. Prashant Joshi, Executive Director, AIIMS Nagpur, to give his welcome speech.
Good evening, everyone, and respected Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis. We are deeply honored and greatly privileged for the time which you have spared for your gracious presence. I know your time schedule is so fixed, despite which you could find time to come here for this important valedictory function. These 3 days of FIST conference, rather than a symposium, it is actually a conference attended by 15 international faculty and delegates and faculty all over the country. We had 3 days of extensive discussions, lectures, panel discussions, and a lot of exchange of ideas, and a very productive 3-day workshop, which was very exhaustive. And we come to this end of this 3-day FIST. A few words I cannot hold myself before I speak a few words about our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Devendra Ji. We all know that he is an honest and very able administrator, but what I admire most about him is his courage. His courage of going to a Naxalite area in Gadchiroli, traveling in a bus, in a local bus. That is something which no Chief Minister of Maharashtra had done in the past. So that speaks of his courage. Another incident I remember very clearly is during COVID times, when he was afflicted by COVID and was admitted. He did not choose the cozy luxury of a corporate hospital, but chose to get admitted in a government hospital in a very humble situations. That again speaks of his faith in our system and courage. I've been a great admirer of Devendra Ji, and we are very blessed that you have come here and blessed us here. We continue to seek your blessings and encouragement. And with the help of your blessings, we hope to achieve, to become a premier institute. Started just in 2019, this hospital, and I joined there. That time there was only an OPD started, and had the privilege of seeing the first patient here. Within a short span of 5 years, it is now transformed into a premier medical institution, and with 820-bedded hospital and 80 intensive care beds, which have always occupied, with 45 functional departments with super specialty courses and specialty courses going on. and one of the most sought after medical colleges now for the students as well as for patients who want to come here to AIIMS. And this has been possible only because we have the blessings of leaders like Devendra ji with us, and it is only possible because of this that we could achieve. We are committed to provide affordable and accessible tertiary level care to the poorest of the poor and to the marginalized people, so that they get the treatment which the rich usually get in corporate hospitals. So we are always striving in that end, and we have been largely successful till date. We have still a lot of things to be done, and I'm sure we will be able to achieve more greater heights in the coming years. And the theme of this conference, it aligns with our motto also of serving the poor people and also the tribal people. We know we are surrounded by a lot of areas where tribal people are living. We have Gadchiroli, Chandrapur, here Ramtek, a lot of tribal areas. And it's very, we have taken a lot of initiatives now to improve the health of the tribal population. We have outreach programs, medical camps. We also have mobile medical units. We also have telemedicine services started. In Gadchiroli, last month we have collaborating with Search, and also we have already started the telemedicine services. In addition to that, we are already, since 1 year, we are already providing telemedicine services to Meghat, Dharani, where again there is a lot of malnutrition and a lot of high infant mortality. And we are committed to improve and we are also training the trainers there, so that people from there, doctors from there, nursing staff, paramedical staff have come and attended our training courses and have gone back, and they, on a regular basis, on a daily basis rather, they are in contact with us through teleconsultation services. So this is our commitment to improve the health of the tribal population, and this was discussed in length in the 3 days symposium which we had, and I'm sure with the help of the discussions we will come out with a policy document which would help we want to actually empower people in the tribal area so that their health seeking behavior improves, and we want to form a coalition of health professionals, right from governmental, non-governmental, and people who are working in the tribal area, traditional healers, Ayush, Anganwadi workers, and then we have Arogya Mitras. All of them should form a consortium so to improve the health there, because we find many times the highly specialized people are not able to reach that area, but the local traditional healers and respecting their local traditions which the tribal people have is also very important, and to align with that and integrate the modern medicine with traditional medicine is something which we are always, and this is, a lot of things have been discussed in this 3-day workshop. And we also hope that we come up with an enlightened policy which will again help us in implementing and help us in improving the health of the tribal population. I think with these few words, again, I'd like to express my deep sense of gratitude to our Chief Minister, who has, in his deep, busy schedule, has actually made it here, and I'm very, very thankful for him. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Under the able guidance of Honorable Vice Chancellor MUHS, now has championed the integration of health education, policy innovation, and public health initiatives. May I now invite Lieutenant General Madhuri Kanitkar Ma'am, Honorable Vice Chancellor MUHS, to give her valedictory speech.
Our most respected and cherished, loving Chief Minister, Honorable Devendra Fadnavis, Dr. Joshi, Dr. Chaudhary, Pro VC Registrar, all the delegates and my dear friends. It is so heartening for an organizer when, you know, any event towards the end, people have generally left. And it's so heartening to see all of you all here glued to your this thing till the end, because I'm sure you all knew that we had this great event where the Honorable Chief Minister himself has taken time to come with us. And let me tell you, for the days, a lot of you all asked me, ma'am, where does your energy come from? But I am nowhere, and I have tough competition from sir. He has, I am aware, this morning from Nagpur, been to Bombay, come back, gone to Nanded, come back, attended this, and is ready for the next 2-3 events after that. So that is the energy with which he leads our state, and that is the vision. That is the vision. Sir has an absolute attention to detail in every minute things, has put health and education as a top priority, and under the Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, which is our largest state health university, and its regional centers are all getting revived as a center of excellence in a hub and spoke model to revive all the colleges. And we are soon ready to launch that mega project with Asian Development Bank funding, which has been a brainchild and the vision of the Honorable Chief Minister. But this conference itself, like I said, would have been a dream, because a vision is just a dream. But I told you all right on day one, a vision with action changes the world. And I'm extremely lucky to have had a chair professor in Dr. Sanjeev Chaudhary here, who's been a one-man army. I've been calling him that the last 3 days, whenever you all have said how perfect everything is. It's because of his dedication and, yes, a real round of applause. That today, Nagpur Regional Center, and we are hoping to get the land soon from the GMC, where we'll come up, and this will be a long-standing association of the grassroots of the Vidarbha region being handled by all our colleges, more than 100 in this region of various pathies coming together, taking down implementation and ground research just like Blossom, and taking it to the referral center of AIMS. We work together. Like I said, it's a celebration of a confluence of collaboration. And I'm sure, as promised you all, there'd be fun at Twist. And I'm sure you all have all really enjoyed the last 3 days, both in the academic feast as well as the gastronomic, because there were excellent breakfast, lunch, and dinner laid out here. Your feedback has been so heartening. Almost a few hundred which were received have already been analyzed. We are fast at that. And 90% of you have loved everything. But like I said, I love the feedback, constructive feedback, where you all have given what we want next. So it's always nice to leave when when everyone is asking for more. And we assure you, we are going to come back with a bang. And before I invite and request the Chief Minister, I'd like Dr. Sanjeev Chaudhary to be honored with the Chair Professor's degree and at the hands of our Honorable Chief Minister.
Honorable Chief Minister, the chief guest of this auspicious evening, Vice Chancellor, Lieutenant Madhavi Kadekar, Executive Director of AIMS, Dr. P.P. Joshi, distinguished guest in the August House, ladies and gentlemen. I am virtually overwhelmed to experience the feelings of this prestigious moment of my life. Ladies and gentlemen, Madam Vice Chancellor has asked me to reply to this felicitation. But let me honestly tell you, ladies and gentlemen, every feeling which you breathe in your heart is not to be expressed. There are some feelings, the expression of which are always beyond words. I said that I am overwhelmed. Yes, indeed, I am overwhelmed. And because of two reasons. One, my selection for this coveted honor has been done by a person who is a symbolic icon of integrity and uncompromising approach on merit. And therefore, now I realized I really deserve this honor. Ladies and gentlemen, the second reason is that this biggest honor is being conferred upon me by none else than a person who has become a role model for generations of politicians of this country in a very short period of time. Honorable Devendra ji has been able to distinguish himself amongst the select class of the most able, the most intelligent and the most popular chief ministers of this country. Respected Madam, as you have conferred upon me this award, with deepest and profound gratitudes and heart full of reverence, I accept this award. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us today a visionary leader, a knowledge-driven, people-centric policymaker, and a leader championing social equity and environmental sustainability. Please put your hands together as I invite the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis, for his address.
Namaskar and good evening. On the dais, Lieutenant General Madhuri Kanitkar, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of MHUS, Dr. Prashant Joshi, Dr. Milind Nikum, Dr. Sanjeev Chaudhary, man behind the event, Dr. Rajendra Bangal, all the dignitaries of the dais, all the faculty members and delegates who have come from across the world. Dear friends, at the very outset, I would like to congratulate the organizing committee for organizing this symposium, which is dedicated to the tribal health. I think it's not just important for a country like India, but it is something which is very dear to all those who are active in health space world over, to look into the policy issues of tribal health. And I must tell you that you have chosen the right city to host this symposium. Of course, Dr. Joshi, this is the right place also, but this is the right city because Nagpur is a city which was inhabited by a tribal Gond king, Bakht Buland Shah, 300 years back. And it also symbolizes the great tribal culture, the rich tribal culture which was prevalent in this entire area which was known as Gondwana or the Dandakaranya erstwhile. And I think that it is very right to hold a symposium to deliberate and contemplate on tribal health in the city of Nagpur. And of course, there cannot be better venue than AIMS. So I must also congratulate AIMS for hosting this. And that also gives me pat on the back because I was the one who chose Nagpur to have AIMS. I think apart from this symposium, the tribal village which you have created here is also something which actually reflects tribal customs. It also gives us a glimpse of the nutritional tribal food, tribal customs, tribal art, and also introduces us with the traditional tribal healers. I think this is very good because many times and in many countries, the modern science has thought that it will take over the tribal space and will create a very healthy atmosphere for the tribal population. But it could not happen. It is because when we talk about tribal health, we also must understand the tribal customs, the traditions, the tribal way of life. And we must acknowledge that in today's modern world, it may seem that this way of life is a little backward than what we are living, but we have to acknowledge that for thousands of years, this way of life has been existing, and for hundreds of years it has flourished. And when we see world over, many civilizations are extinct. They are just part of history. The tribal is still there. The tribal culture is still prevailing. It's still alive. And that is why when we think of providing health solutions, we must take into account these traditions, these customs, and of course, these tribal healers who are the first responders when it comes to many types of ailments. Only the confluence of modern medicine and the age-old practices can create an environment where we will be able to provide proper health care to our tribal population. And I think when you called the tribal healers here, that shows that you want to create this synergy, you are trying to create this synergy, and I think that is the most important thing which we need to do. Today we know that there are many health issues prevailing in the tribal area. Most of the issues are related to malnourishment. A malnourished mother gives birth to a malnourished child, and everything starts. We know that anemia is more prevalent in Indian women, But when it comes to the tribal women, around 65% of the tribal women are extremely anemic. And I think these are certain things on which we need to work. I think the policies of government have been aligned with all these problems, and I'm happy that in every survey, National Family Health Survey, we see improved indicators, but still there is a huge gap. Still, the indicators which we find in non-tribal population and those we find in the tribal population, there is a huge gap. But having said that, so far as malnourishment is concerned, for providing nutrition, now many schemes have been rolled out by the government, and those schemes have actually shown the results. We can see a lot of improvements in states like Maharashtra. We can see that the child mortality rate, mother's mortality rate, they have significantly gone down. But I think if we can actually create a synergy in providing nutrition to all these mothers and the children using old tribal customs wherein lot of nutritional food was available and it had nutritional value to actually help the newborn mother, the child. I think due to certain customs, due to certain prevailing conditions, this age-old knowledge is not properly passed. And I think if we can have somebody working towards that, a group of people can work towards that and find out solutions in nutrition from the local produce, from the local products, it will be easier for us to provide nourishment to the tribal population. I think if you look at various problems, especially the sickle cell is a disease which is most prevalent amongst our tribal population. I'm happy that AIMS has started a center of excellence in sickle cell. Our Honorable Prime Minister has started a movement to make India sickle cell free. We have started genome sequencing in this area, and I'm sure that the Center of Excellence and people who are working in this arena will find out new solutions to stop and eradicate this disease, which is not only killing our tribal population, but I think its treatment is also very costly, unaffordable, and I'm sure that will make it affordable and accessible because of this Center of Excellence and because of such brainstorming symposiums which would bring out solutions into such problems. I think there are many issues. Some issues are very minor. They look minor, but they are bigger. There are many tribal districts where people die because of malaria. And we are trying to fight with malaria in district like Gadchiroli, where a simple intervention of providing bed nets have allowed us to keep away people from having malaria. I'm very happy that now we are rolling out a program with a cost of 25 crore where Gates Foundation, ICMR and Sun Pharma Foundation have come together to fight with the disease of malaria and to make these districts, and especially in Maharashtra, the district like Gadchiroli, malaria free. I think now is a time where all of us know what is detrimental to the tribal health. We know the causes, we know the effects, we know the solutions, but we need to connect those solutions to the tribal population. All of us know that most of the tribal population is living in far-flung areas, in difficult areas. There are livelihood problems. For livelihood, they are traveling for at least 4 to 5 months. So I think this entire issue is connected issue. It is not just health issue. It is an issue which is multidimensional. If you look at it from only health perspective, you will fail somewhere. It has to be looked at in a multidimensional way where the customs, the traditions, the livelihood, and of course, the health, everything needs to be looked at simultaneously. And I think that's where a policy framework is needed to be created. I'm sure that with such deliberations, we get good inputs to create a policy. And I was not present here for the entire symposium, but I'm sure that those papers which have been presented here, those thoughts which were put together towards improving the tribal health must have been put together, and the organizing committee will come out with a composite paper on all these deliberations, and I'm sure that the next step will be the formulation of policy, since MHUS is a public university, AIMS is also a public institution. I would like to offer all the support from other departments of the government towards creating a comprehensive policy towards tribal health. Let us decide that the outcome of this symposium is creation of a comprehensive policy which is not only useful to the state of Maharashtra or to the country like India, but it also is followed by other countries as well who are participating, and I am sure together we can change the scenario of tribal health, and I must thank you for organizing this first International Tribal Health Symposium. As all of us know, this is the beginning, and I'm sure that this beginning will lead to something that will make a real change. Congratulations and thank you for having me here. Jai Hind.
The problems which are associated with malnutrition, and thank you, sir, for sparing your valuable time for this event. Now I call upon Shri Sandeep Rathod, Deputy Registrar MUHS, to give his vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Darshan sir. Good evening, one and all. It's an honor and a privilege for me to propose a vote of thanks in front of such a august gathering on and off the dais. At the outset, on behalf of organizing team FIST 25, I express deep sense of gratitude towards the most promising leader of the state, Honorable Chief Minister Sri Devendra sir. Thank you very much, sir, for sparing your valuable time and your words of wisdom, sir. The visionary Vice Chancellor and our own MHS Supremo, Lieutenant General Dr. Madhu Kanitkar Madam has given each and every second to this symposium right from the initial stage. It is the brainwave of Honorable Ma'am. Thank you very much, Honorable Ma'am, for showing us the way how the symposium execution should be. Thank you very much. I propose a sincere sense of gratitude to Director and CEO AIMS, Dr. Prashant Joshi sir, for the collaborative support. The central and state MOU within a 6 months of time, and the output is before you all. So thank you very much, sir, and the team AIMS Nagpur. Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Milind Nikum sir, a pillar of strength to this event. Our dynamic administrator Dr. Rajendra Bangal sir and team MUHS for showing all the management and administration over here. I know the one name you all are eager to hear. The one-man army and the soul of the symposium who has given his entire time and month. We all know the organization of such event doesn't happen in one overnight. It takes time and efforts and management. So, ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely express the deep sense of gratitude to our own Chair Professor Dr. Sanjeev Chaudhary sir. Honorable sir, this total symposium and RC Nagpur is quite indebted to all your efforts, sir. Mr. Kiran Taulare and our Dr. Bhosle sir, they are equally supported and played a role as a catalyst for this particular event. Most importantly, all the delegates came from the globe across, the speakers, those who have contributed, the academicians, those who have contributed. So our deep sense of gratitude towards you all. I also want to mention about Dr. Manisha Kothekar Madam. She added a glory and life to the tribal village with the help of Dr. Mohan Inde sir. So thank you very much, Manisha Madam. I also want to express the deep sense of gratitude towards the Chairman GPSC, Dr. Uday Singh Raurane sir, all the way he has came here and contributed this symposium. Thank you very much, sir. I am gratified and tell you all, the organizing committees and AIMS and MUHS has shown this better performance before you all for the last 3 days. Most importantly, the sponsors for this event, we are very much fortunate to have the contribution at the guidance of Chair Professor, our MLC Honorable Dr. Parinev Fuke sir, Sri Abhijit Banjari sir, Honorable MLC Bhavna Gowli madam, Honorable MLC Krupal Tumane sir, the Solar Industries, the Bagaria Group, the Pharmacon, Mahajanko, Coal India, Viswaraj. There are many more to the list. So I am giving a sense of gratitude towards all the sponsors and above all the rock stars, the volunteers. These volunteers have made you are all the comfortable stay here. So one clap for the So all the support staff from MUHS and AIMS, they need a team, the press, media, and each and every individual who have partly supported this event. The outcome policy and the people from the law university, those are making the policy document. I also express a deep sense of gratitude towards them, and I want to end up my vote of thanks by saying, मुद्दतें बीती है किस्मतें आजमाने के लिए, क्या कुछ नहीं लगता एक मकाम पाने के लिए, आज हमारे बीते हुए कल से पूछिए कितने रोए हैं हम आज मुस्कुराने के लिए.
Thank you, sir. I request all the paper and poster presenters to please be seated in the auditorium after this program. At the end of this program, now I request you all to please rise for the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा, उज्जल जलधि तरंगा, तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ